Welcome to the Finish Line with Sew Very Easy. My name is Laura, and today I would like to get this illusion quilt quilted. Now I am going to do some straight ruler work, so I will need my machine set up with that ruler foot. Now I'm going to be sitting down at my Q20, but you can do this on a domestic machine as long as you have that ruler work foot on to accommodate that thickness of the ruler. Now I do want to keep these so they have the illusion of depth. And it's going to be a very simple design that I'm going to be able to work all the way around one block at a time. To do this quilt block, we're going to consider it as 4 triangles. So each of these triangles are going to be quilted the same. We're going to be able to do the one triangle, move over to the other, and do the whole block. But let's just concentrate on that one triangle. We're going to be using a 1/4 inch seam, and we're going to be using our ruler for ruler work. When we use that ruler work foot, it is going to give us an automatic 1/4 inch seam allowance. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark where the needle is going to land. So I'm going to mark just this one triangle, but all of them will be marked the same. Let's draw a 1/4 inch from that side seam. So the needle is going to run right along this line. The next line we're going to do is a 1/4 inch from this seam and this seam. So we're going to be framing that triangle. We've established our first triangle. Now we're going to do a second triangle. The second triangle is going to be drawn on the outside of this diamond. And draw that triangle. The next triangle we're going to do is from this seam to the center and back up to this seam. To mark it, I'm going to use this edge of the diamond and this edge. So the needle is going to go there, and I'm going to move this ruler until it's a straight line. It's going to go to that point, and same with this side. So I have these 3 big triangles. To stitch this, I'm going to start here, and I'm going to stitch down, stitch up, follow that first line, stitch over, down, and this is the shape I'm going to do. We will just need to travel here a little bit to get up to that next seam. We can draw this pattern on all of our diamonds, or if you'd like, you can draw just these top parts because you're going to be able to use the ruler with your foot. And I'll show you both. So here's the line that's going to go down. I need a line to come up. So instead of drawing the line, I'm just going to go to that top. And this one I would draw full. The next 1/4 inch, just up at that top. If you're going to mark just this little top section, you're going to need a little mark in that center because you will need a stopping point. So I'm going to start on one of my lines, and when I put my ruler against that foot, the distance is a 1/4 inch, and that is made by that foot. So I'm going to be able to put my ruler, and I'm going to stitch down until I hit my line. Now the drawn line, I would use it more as a guide and let the ruler do all the work. From here, I'm going to stitch up a little bit until I get to my line. And I can use that ruler. The next line, we're going up, and that's that 1/4 inch from this diamond. So I'm going to use the ruler and stitch and stop right there at that 1/4 inch. So I'm going to stitch until I get right here to this seam, and I'm going to use the ruler as the guide. So I've landed right in that seam. Move that ruler so it's touching and make sure it's lined up straight with this diamond and go down to that point. rotate that ruler, and I want to stitch and stop right here at that 1/4 inch. Stitch over, and now I'm going to finish that second V that we drew. The next row of stitching is going to be a 1/4 inch from that line, and I'm going to stop up here at that 1/4 inch. So we're starting here, we're going up, we're hitting that point, going up a little bit, back up to that seam allowance, over, we're doing that diamond, over, and that is the entire pattern. So now I'm going to do the second side. So I'm going to travel over and start. So I'll quickly go through what we've done. And you will see that it will make a secondary pattern when we put it all together. So we're going to be able to continue and do that one block, take the thread off, and do the next block. So now we have this additional diamond over top of the diamonds. So to finish off the illusion quilt, I did just do some straight stitching on that border, and now I can bind it up and get it done. That straight line quilting with the rulers did continue that depth that I was looking for. And ruler work is a lot of fun because, well, we don't have to do all of the measuring. We can put just little registration marks, or you can mark it all and have some fun with it. I'll put a link in the description to the video where I did make this quilt, and as always, thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and I do have a newsletter. It's all free under Sew Very Easy. Bye for now.